Hey guys, and welcome back to another one of my videos. First, I just want to thank you guys so much for checking in and watching another video. I really do appreciate the support that I've been getting lately and the awesome feedback. It means the world to me, and slowly but surely my channel is starting to grow, and that's from the help of you guys, so thank you so much. Today, I kind of wanted to take a different approach with the type of video that I post. I know that I've kind of been MIA for the last couple weeks on YouTube, but that's just because I've been going through a little something that's been affecting me a little bit more than usual, I guess. So I figured what better way to put out a video than to talk about it, because I do feel like a lot of people will be able to relate, and the main message that I want to give you guys with this video is that you're not alone, it's not the end of the world, and there are things that you can do to help mitigate it. And that, my friends, is going to be anxiety. So I figured the last few weeks I have been feeling a little off. I've been experiencing more anxiety than usual, and it's been a struggle. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, it's been tough. So I wanted to make this video that could potentially help you guys that might struggle with the same things as me, or maybe relate it to yourselves in a different way that could help you. But basically, the last few days I put together like a list of tips that have helped me handle my anxiety and my stress, and I just want to share that with you guys. Okay, so this list is not made like in order of, you know, the best thing to do to the least best thing to do or anything like that. My first tip is that you guys need to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Like minimum 7 to 8 hours, usually in between there is perfect for me. If I sleep for 6 hours, if I sleep for 9 hours, anything outside of that little 7 to 8 hour frame, it just totally throws me off. So make sure that you're resting enough and you're getting enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep can really cause stress. It can cause fatigue, you feel low energy, and then that just kind of adds on to the anxiety that you may already be experiencing. Tip number 2, take a time out. Whether that means unplugging your phone, like turning it off, leaving it in your room for the day, just kind of stop in your tracks and just be in the moment and just take a time out. I find that when I am feeling anxious and then I'm laying there and I'm scrolling through social media and I'm looking on Instagram, Twitter, you know, Snapchat, it almost makes me feel more anxious because I'm sitting there and I'm comparing the way I feel in the present moment, which would be anxious or irritable, angry, you know, stressed out, all those different kind of side effects that come with being anxious. And then I find myself comparing how I feel to the way everyone else's lives appear on social media, and I'm like, it puts me down more. It makes me feel like, ugh, like, pity me, poor me, why am I feeling this way? And everyone seems like they're having so much fun. So the few times that I have just said, you know what, screw it, and throwing my phone in my room for the day, I'm gonna lay on the couch, I'm gonna put on a good movie, or I'm gonna go for a walk, whatever it may be, like just unplug yourself for a little bit and just take time out. Another tip I have for you guys in handling your anxiety is self-care. If I had to choose, like in order of importance for these tips, I would say self-care is up there as one of the top ones. And that just means, you know, if you come home from a long day and you're feeling super anxious, you know, you've got all these things on your mind, whatever it may be, slow down a little bit, you know, take a shower, take a hot bubble bath, like light some candles. Biggest thing for me is clean hair, like taking a shower and having that wet, clean, just combed hair, like that is the best feeling in the world to me. Put on some comfy clothes like sweatpants or PJs, whatever. Get cozy, put on a face mask, paint your nails, just take care of yourself in those moments, because that alone can just make you feel good. And then when you start to feel good and you're relaxed, that anxiety may, you know, go down a little bit. So self-care is another great tip. My fourth tip would be to limit your caffeine intake. Now, I am a huge coffee addict. Like, I mean, I drink like 3 cups a day, and they're large. It's probably not the best thing for me, but I do love my coffee. However, I do find that the caffeine does really affect my anxiety. I get the shakes sometimes. It gets my heart rate up, and I get hot, it's like almost it hit a nerve or something. It can trigger or aggravate anxiety and bring more onto you. A fifth tip is to exercise. Now, the thought before going to exercise is so daunting, and you're like, oh my god, the last thing I want to do right now is go work hard in a gym. Like, no. Believe me, every day it's a struggle, and I might be a fitness advocate. I might be someone who loves to work out, and I preach healthy lifestyles, diet, exercise, all of that. However, I am a human being, and I definitely struggle every day with that voice inside my head that says, hey, you don't need to go to the gym today, you're anxious or you don't feel good, so just rest. And by all means, that might also be the answer too, but 10 out of 10 times when I push myself to go to the gym and exercise when I'm feeling really crappy and I'm feeling anxious and I'm stressed and all of that, I always end up feeling 100 times better after I work out. And that has to do, with the endorphins. Also, you can take out that stress and anxiety and that buildup that you're feeling when you're at the gym. So 10 out of 10 times you're gonna feel better afterwards. So a really good tip for handling anxiety is to exercise. Now, that doesn't mean going to the gym. I mean, it could mean going for a run, going for a rollerblade ride, doing a little circuit in your living room, maybe doing yoga, anything like that. But doing some form of exercise can definitely help with your anxiety. A sixth tip that I have for you guys is to practice breathing exercises. Now, I know it sounds silly and it's something people just throw around so lightly, and you're like, oh yeah, focus on your breathing, whatever. And meanwhile, you're like having an anxiety attack. It's not funny, but it happens. And one thing that really does help me is breathing exercises, and it's proven that it helps a lot of people. It brings down your heart rate. It kind of makes you forget about the things that are causing your anxiety in the first place because you get so focused on your breathing. And what I just do is simple breathing exercises. I inhale through my nose and exhale through my mouth. Your exhales want to be a little bit longer than your inhales, and just do breathing exercises and focus on that, because before you even realize, your anxiety will start to go down. You'll forget about all these things that have jumbled up in your head, and you'll just be focusing on your breathing, and then before you know it, your anxiety will have gone down a lot. Seventh tip that I have for you guys is to write in a journal. It really helps to get all of that junk that you have in your head, that you're constantly, the chatter that's going on. It really helps to get it down on paper. So what I do is I went to Winners. I picked up a little cute pineapple notebook. I've shown it in my previous videos before, but I just write, when I'm feeling a certain way, I just write it down. And I don't have a filter of what I'm saying. I know that nobody is going to see it. I literally just write what comes to mind, and then it helps me kind of gather my thoughts because they're in front of me, and then it kind of helps me identify trigger points and where my anxiety is coming from, or what could be causing it, or even what could be adding to it. So writing in a journal and just getting it all out on paper helps get it out of here. And then also, again, helps you organize your thoughts and identify the areas that you could work on. Is to make sure you're eating a healthy, balanced diet. Make sure that you're drinking more water, eating more nutrient-dense foods. This is really important because when you're eating nutrient-rich foods, like your vegetables, your fruit, ensuring that you're getting the vitamins and minerals that your body needs, and that'll help balance out your hormones. A lot of people don't realize that the anxiety and the stress and all of that awful stuff that we experience from day to day could very well just be caused from a lack of a healthy, proper diet. If you're eating enough fruits and vegetables and getting in the minerals and the vitamins that your body needs, then your hormones are going to balance out. And those hormones that cause stress and cause anxiety and all of that will kind of find a happy medium. But when they're all out of whack, that's when this kind of stuff can come on much more quickly, almost feel debilitating, because a lot of the times that's how it makes me feel. So just make sure that you guys are eating a healthy, balanced diet. The tip I have for you guys is to make lists. Now, I don't mean be like a OCD freak or anything like that, but something that causes me great anxiety is time. I always feel like I never have enough of it. I'm always on a time crunch, and I'm like, oh my god, I have a million things to do today, and then because I'm so stressed out and freaking out about all these different things I have to do, I almost don't even end up doing them. Like, I psych myself out, I stress myself out to the point that I procrastinate, and I just dwell on like, oh my god, all this stuff against me and the day to day, and I just have so much things to do, not enough time to do it. And so something that I've noticed has really helped, and I think I read about it in Daniel Di Piazza's The Rich 20-something book, is to make to-do lists, but instead of making like a long, daunting, like 15 things on a to-do list, write down all the things that you want to accomplish and put them in order of importance. And then take the top 3 things that you're like, okay, I absolutely need to do these things. If I at least do these 3 things today and forget about the other 12 things, then at least I'll feel like I accomplished something. So instead of writing like long lists like that, think about the 3 things that you absolutely must do and put them in ranking of importance and get that first one done, because then even if you don't get the next 2, at least you got the most important thing that you wanted to do on that list done, and then you don't feel like you didn't accomplish anything all day, and then you also won't feel like you have all these things to do and it's just kind of like sitting on you and stressing you and causing you more anxiety. So make shorter to-do lists and make better use of them. Make them in order of importance and do what you can. That kind of leads me in to my next point, which is don't take on more than you can handle. Again, that's something that we all seem to do. We think we're like a jack of all trades and can just do A, B, C, D, and E all within like one day, but we have all these other things to do and we forget to breathe and just slow down and just realize like you don't need to take on more than you can, because once you start to feel like, okay, pressure, stress, now I'm anxious, that's when you need to slow down and take a step back and think, okay, what can I take on today? Like, what can I do that won't stress me out? Like, and do that, and just do that. And then tomorrow's a new day, and then take on the things you didn't do and do them tomorrow. And just kind of get in a routine of having that sort of mindset, because again, mindset is everything, and a lot of the time our anxiety is inflicted on by ourselves. Like, we inflict the anxiety onto ourselves, and we don't need to. Like, we don't need to. So don't take on more than you guys can handle. And that leads me into my last tip, and live in the moment. Be in the moment. There's a saying, I think, that says if you are focused on the past, you're depressed. If you focus on the future, you're anxious, but if you focus on the now and the present moment, you're at peace. And it's so true. Like, stop doing that and just be in the moment. Like, okay, right now it's like 1:00 p.m. and I know I have a million other things that I want to accomplish today, but right now I'm focusing on recording this video for you guys, and it doesn't matter how long it takes me. Like, I don't need to put those extra stresses on myself for no reason. So other thing too is to like lower your expectations. Again, that's something that I struggle with a lot, is I have very high expectations, not only of myself, but of the people that are closest around me. And you know, when you have high expectations, you're going to be let down. So if you just lower those expectations and don't expect so much and be content with what is, you'll find that you appreciate things a lot more. You'll find that you are more grateful, and you won't find that everything in life like makes you anxious. Like, I don't know, there's just a lot of things that I've been starting to realize, and you know, reading more, gaining more perspective on life can also really help you, because you look at things with a different view and realize like, okay, everything that's causing this anxiety on me isn't that bad, and maybe I do need to slow down. Maybe I do need to just take a day to myself. Maybe I do need to just not look at my phone for a couple hours. Whatever it may be, do what works for you. So yeah guys, that's what I wanted to touch on in this video. I really hope that it did add some value to you guys and you can kind of take away from some of the tips that I gave you. Again, I'm not advocating that I'm perfect and that I myself know how to minimize anxiety and stress, because I don't. Like yesterday I had a breakdown for no particular reason. Time is like the essence, so if you're constantly in overdrive thinking of I gotta do this and I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you'll miss out on the now, and you don't want to do that because life is too short. And what fun is it to feel anxious and heavy chested and stressed all the time if you don't have to? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like if you did enjoy it, and leave me some comments down below if you guys want to see anything different. Maybe you want me to kind of dive in more to this kind of stuff and these kind of videos. I don't necessarily want my YouTube channel to just be strictly fitness. Again, I do want it to be more lifestyle based, so that includes a little bit of everything. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!